the thing about homework that I found with my own children is that it always takes place. It's a difficult thing a lot of the time, or it's a boring thing a lot of the time, not always. But when you're having trouble with it, it's often difficult or boring. And you have to do it at the end of the day when all of your self control is depleted or your willpower is depleted. So it's asking something very difficult of children, especially younger ones, but even the older ones who, our willpower or our self control is like a muscle. It fatigues at the end of the day. And you can, over time, grow your willpower muscle to have a greater capacity. But some children, it's just they're depleted. The school day is enough for them. And so a lot of the times it's pointing them to the external factors to help so that they can say, so one of the only things that you can do if your self-control is depleted. And what that means is that there's just not enough blood, oxygen, or glucose going to the prefrontal cortex, which they need to do their homework. So when they're saying, I hate this, I'm frustrated, it's a very emotional response. That emotional response is contributing to them actually not being able to do it. They just don't have the focus. This is not because they're not smart. This is because they're young and they are tired. So food is a really important one. Making sure that they've had a snack, that to sort of reinstate that self control or that willpower. You need to your blood sugar levels need to be rising. And so this sounds really, my kids are like, Mom, I don't need a snack. I just hate my homework. And I'm like, well, you know what? You're going to hate it a little bit less if you have a snack. So humor is another thing, to just give them a break. Play a game where you're both laughing. Let them sort of, any sort of recovery that you can give them before they have to start back in it can often be tremendously helpful.